Godfather of the Voyeurs Jail. Shout out my boy, DEMEGODTV.
It's Wave God in this motherfucker. Hey, shout my nigga Demi T though.
Got the song pop like I'm Iggy. All they talking about is last night like I'm Demi. Say you got.
Groupies donated $5. Damn ski pulled the Michael.
Let's see what the
Dean TV, Dean Nation, Dean Gang, Dean Family, Dean Mafia. Today we're doing a reaction from Dr. Mike, and I just came. This popped up on my recommended, and I subscribe to this channel because I feel like it's got a lot of information, and I might start doing reaction from this channel from him and like educate people on the COVID vaccine and all the different variants and etc. What's coming out and whatever the video he produced and come out with. Then that educate you guys and everyone else, about this. And like, cause some people don't listen to me, so it's like, we going to the doctor today, you feel me? Cause yes, y'all know Saturday service, yeah. So yeah, this is just an add-on to the Saturday service, the educational rights, and check out the original video in the description box below. Road to 100K, 50K, a million, and a billion. So click that subscribe button. Let's birthday as a family, as a nation. And check out the Dean TV clothing merch in the description box below. Go copy some heat and drip, you feel me? And no further ado, let's get into his reaction. Hope everyone is well and safe through his pandemic. And it says woman dies 4 days after getting COVID vaccine. More to the story, she passed away 4 days after she got the shot, vaccinated, what he want to case. That's tough and sad. And like I said, tell y'all, they trying to kill us. Moral to the story.
Cassidy Curl, a 39-year-old single mom. Her family describes her as healthy, happy, and having more energy than most. She had no known health problems, unless you count trigeminal neuralgia. She took Botox for that. She also took birth control. She worked as a surgical tech for local plastic surgeons. She gets the Moderna COVID vaccine. Her first shot goes without incident, other than a sore arm.
Okay.
Second dose, not so much. She gets her second shot on February 1st, which is a Monday. Later that evening, she has a sore arm, nausea, and fever. That's not unheard of after someone gets the vaccine.
That's true. And they be saying, oh, it's normal. It's that what you're supposed to do. But it ain't supposed to be normal. Like, it's supposed to be a vaccine, right? So it's like, why is it not treating you to get better, helping you to get better instead of, like, bruh, like I tell y'all, like, bruh, why would you put something inside you that's not meant to be inside you? Like you got good with what God gave you, but you want to be, what the Bible say, depart from God and follow man. Now that's going to doom you.
Some people get a sore arm, fatigue, body aches, slight fever, and chills, especially after the second shot, and especially in younger people. Now, when this happens, people can take Tylenol or ibuprofen, no big deal, right? Unless they take too much. She did take Tylenol, aka acetaminophen, but we don't know how much. She felt a little better the next day, but by Wednesday, she's not able to pee despite drinking lots of fluids.
What?
She says,
what the fuck? Ain't no way, bruh. That shit fuck with you. If anybody y'all watching this, bruh, don't take that vaccine. Even if they trying to force it on you, do it all. Don't take that shit. Like, this is basically like a movie for real. If y'all seen the New World Order, this is basically how this shit is for real. They say fuck your human rights, but you got human rights, So it's like, you gotta stand for something. Stand for what's right. Stand for yourself. Not just for yourself, for your country, for the future. For people that scared to stand up, or people that want to stand up but scared to are afraid to speak out and got it because they don't want to be secluded from the masses.
It's the worst she ever felt. Thursday morning, 6 a.m., she tells her parents she needs to go to the hospital. In the ER, she immediately starts throwing up. Blood tests come back, and doctors say she was very, very sick and her liver was not functioning. Blood tests show that her liver is not working. This entails severe elevations of her AST and ALT enzymes. This also means an elevated INR. So what is going on here? This is acute liver failure, aka fulminant hepatic failure or fulminant hepatitis. The doctors give her IV fluids. They also give her a drug to counteract the effects of Tylenol on the liver. It's called NAC or N-acetylcysteine. But the damage was already done. Around this time, she becomes incoherent, and this is because acute liver failure causes the brain to swell, called cerebral edema. If it's severe enough, it can be...
Bro, that's tapped and fucked up. Like, basically shooting your ass up and, like, basically killing you. So, the freaking symptoms of what the fuck not... Bro, that's tapped.
in coma.
Bro.
At this point, her only chance of survival is with a liver transplant. So, she was flown to a transplant hospital, but when the liver completely fails, it causes other organs to follow suit, especially the kidneys and brain, and soon after, the heart and the lungs. She's put on full life support, including a breathing tube. Even if there was a match for a new liver, she's too unstable to undergo that operation.
Damn.
She dies about 30 hours after she first arrived at the ER. She leaves behind a young daughter who wants people to hear her story. And if you want to contribute to her GoFundMe page, I'm putting a link below this video. A lot of people...
Hey, yo, I might have to donate $1. It probably ain't much, but at least it's something.
conclude that the vaccine caused her death. But timing by itself does not prove causation. And a lot of people want to know, did the vaccine cause her death? And if not, then what caused it? A Utah medical examiner completed a full autopsy, but the results remain private. The medical examiner said the autopsy did not show a link between vaccine and death, which is hardly surprising. If a vaccine caused someone to die shortly after receiving it, how would it do so? The only medical explanation would be an immunological reaction, meaning an allergic reaction. So far, in the US, there have been over 200 million doses of the vaccine given. No one has died from a severe allergic reaction as a result of the COVID vaccine. And in her case, it's obvious that she did not have an allergic reaction. For example, there was not swelling in the face or the tongue or tightening of the throat. Deaths after COVID-19 vaccinations are reported to the Vaccine Adverse Event Reporting System. Between December 14th...
So it don't go in the news, it go on that, bruh. And that shit get covered up.
...and middle of March, there have been over 109 million vaccine doses in that time frame in the United States. Now, of those, there have been less than 2,000 reports of death on the VAERS system, which is 0.0018%. A reported death in the VAERS system doesn't mean the vaccine caused it. If someone dies of a car accident on the way home after they get the vaccine, what was the cause of death? So the big question in Cassidy's case is, what caused her acute liver failure? In the US, acetaminophen accounts for 40% of cases. In 18% of cases, there is no identifiable cause. 13% are due to idiosyncratic drug reactions, meaning medications other than Tylenol. The general recommended dose for acetaminophen in healthy people is no more than 4 grams per day. Sometimes people end up taking more than they should. Sometimes it's intentional overdose, sometimes it's accidental overdose. Regardless, this accounts for almost half of the cases of acetaminophen-induced acute liver failure. Acetaminophen toxicity, it presents in 3 phases. The first phase involves nausea and vomiting in the first 24 hours. In the second phase, during hours 24 to 72, there's a dramatic rise in liver enzymes seen on the blood work. Elevated AST and ALT, and high AST to ALT ratio. During this phase, acetaminophen causes kidney damage as well. The third phase, hours 72 through 96, consists of encephalopathy. Here, the brain is not working right because it's swollen. There's confusion or lethargy. This often progresses to coma. There's usually jaundice at this point as well. The treatment for acetaminophen toxicity is a drug called N-acetylcysteine. NAC can be life-saving. The sooner it's given, the better the outcome. If it's given within 10 hours of ingestion, there's a 95% chance of survival. Acetaminophen levels can be checked in the blood work. Increased levels help make the diagnosis, but even if they're normal, it doesn't rule out the possibility of toxicity. Why?
Okay.
Because it's possible that the liver already metabolized the acetaminophen. In fact, it's not the actual acetaminophen that destroys the liver. Instead, it's one of its breakdown products. It's a metabolite called NAPQI, which turns the liver into mush. Here's a picture of what I'm talking about. This is liver necrosis. And this is what a healthy liver looks like. When you look at it underneath the microscope, this is what you get. NAPQI, it also damages the kidney, and when the kidneys aren't working, people stop peeing. This is why it's so important that people make sure they're not taking too much acetaminophen. This drug is often combined with other drugs, and toxic levels can sneak up on people. For example, over-the-counter cough medications, Percocet, Vicodin, they all have acetaminophen in them. Medicine is complex.
And people don't even know about that.
It always comes down to risk versus benefit, whether that be Tylenol or other medications, the risks of the virus versus the vaccine. That's why it's important to stay in the know. Thanks for watching.
True, to be aware. Hope you guys like that Dean Found D Nation. Like, comment, subscribe, and share the video on all social medias, and comment below what reaction you want to do next. Hopefully this educates you guys and spread some awareness and knowledge of what the kids may be. Yeah, this corona shit is wild. This vaccine is wild. Trigger and it react with stuff inside you to trigger another virus. Yeah, this shit amazing. Hope you guys like that. Enjoy. See you guys next time. Love you guys. I'm out.